Hey Magic fans, Paul, the Let's Talk Magic podcast here. How are you doing? This is your game day preview. Some people are referring to it as a slice of bacon. And tonight the Magic are looking to defend the kingdom against the Cavaliers. Looking to add a win to the season total of what's been a very, very solid season so far in the Amway Center for the Magic. This is regular season game number 23. UK tip time is midnight and that's local time in Orlando, 7 p.m. If you go into the game, make sure you are loud and proud. The team are going to need you again tonight. To watch here in the UK, yet again, it's going to be that you need an active NBA League Pass subscription. Let's talk about the Magic first. Record of the season is 15-7. Currently, we have won 8 of the last 10 games played, and our home record is 10-2. Technically it's 10-1 because we've only played 11 times in the Amway. One of the home games was the game in Mexico City where we took a defeat to the Atlanta Hawks. It's technically not a home game, but it's one we were charged. We are standing second in the East. We are tied in record with Milwaukee, but we do hold the tiebreaker over them, so we are second. Points per game has gone well again after playing Detroit, scoring 114.5 points per game, which is the 13th best in the NBA. And against, we are now conceding less. We have dropped to 109.6, actually getting a little bit back on track. It's gone down by about a point a game after the defensive effort that they had against the Detroit Pistons. Offensively, we rank at 17th, and defensively, we are back to second. Good to see. Let's talk about the defence first. Against Detroit, we saw it come back on track. Played a really good game. Holding the Pistons to 91 points was a real step forward. And to be honest, one of those shots, the final 2 points, was in the final second when nobody was playing. I was surprised to see Detroit actually take that shot, but there we go. They hadn't had as solid a game as that one in the previous 5. It saw the Magic really consolidate what they do at their best on the defensive end. The opposition assists, we rank at the best in the league in keeping those numbers down, as we do for restricting field goals attempt by the opponents. The majority of the offensive statistics remain in the mid-league range. There are some obvious exceptions, particularly relating to free throws attempted and free throws made. The Magic have the 8th best field goal percentage in the NBA. That's largely based off the attacking of the paint, taking second chance opportunities and scoring from opponent turnovers. Scoring, jointly led by Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, both ranking at 20.7 points per game. Really strong figures. Third on the team leading the bench, Cole Anthony, who stays strong with 15.4 points per game. We're running through the assists and all that sort of thing. It's very much a collective thing for the team, but Paolo does lead for the team on 4.5 assists per game. Jalen Suggs still the steal leader. Goga Bitadze leads in blocks at 1.6 per game, and Mo Wagner top 3 in all categories related to the drawing of charges. Last time out, we played the Detroit Pistons, and Orlando, as I say, got back to their defensive best with a 91-123 win over the Pistons. Detroit sank to their 19th consecutive loss, and that really, without being rude, offered a perfect opportunity for Orlando to get back on track after having 2 consecutive defeats. Orlando won all 4 quarters, and in this one we actually got off to a decent start in the first quarter, which is something that we hadn't seen for quite a few games, and we had a 5-point lead after the opening 12 minutes. Franz Wagner, he dropped 27 points on the night, had a slightly slow start in all honesty. Paolo Banchero followed up with 24. Both played a shade under 31 minutes in this game. Cole Anthony had 16 points and 6 assists. Gary Harris pulled out 11 points, and Joe Harris threw in 5 assists. Also, you've got to shout out Goga Bitadze for what was a really well-rounded performance. He had double-digit scoring of 13 points, 8 rebounds, and also dropped in every block that the team made with 4. Real strong night from him. As a team, the Magic produced 45 rebounds, 26 assists, and 5 steals to go with those 4 blocks that Goga made. We also limited the turnovers in this game to 9, which was a great help for the team's success on the night. Starting unit was Anthony Black, Gary Harris, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Goga Bitadze. From the bench we saw Cole Anthony, Mo Wagner, Joe Ingles, Caleb Houston and Chuma Okeke. They all played significant minutes. Admiral Schofield and Jet Howard came in and played around the 5 minute or so mark. So for tonight, the Magic injury report is actually slowly improving. Yes, both Wendell Carter Jr. and Markel Fultz are remaining out. However, both are practicing and shooting to varying degrees. Jalen Suggs is listed as day to day, being a game time decision for tonight. So we could actually see Jalen come back from the ankle sprain that he received against Cleveland last time we played them. Jonathan Isaac is confirmed as available tonight, having recovered from his ankle issue that has seen him sidelined for 5 of our last 6 games. Trevelyan Queen, Kevon Harris, both remain out. Trevelyan, because of being two-way, he isn't with the squad, and Kevon is still a coach's decision as he rehabs his knee. So if we see Jalen Suggs good to go tonight, then he could easily slip back into the starting unit, replacing Gary Harris. Anthony Black, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero and Goga Bitadze will make up the rest of that starting 5 at the opening tip. So on to the Cleveland Cavs. They have 13-9 record this season and they've won 7 of their last 10, so they are in a bit of form. I think they're on a win run of the last 3 games. They are standing 6th in the East and are scoring 110.8 points per game, which is only 25th in the NBA, but it is an improving figure. Their defensive rating is 22nd, but again, that's an improving figure. Defensively, they are 9th and are only conceding 111.2 points per game. Offensively, let's be fair, the Cavs have not really hit their stride this season, but they have been hampered by injuries and the process of integrating 2 new players into the rotations, and they are 2 key newcomers in Max Strus and George Niang. As we saw last week, this team can be lethal from shooting the 3 ball. It's true that their statistics are far from a true reflection of their ability and the team's depth that they clearly have. Got some really good players. The Cavs do well scoring in the same categories as the Magic, so you're looking at them on fast breaks, you are looking at them on points off of opponent turnovers and points in the paint. Donovan Mitchell, team leader, scoring what is an improved figure from when we saw them last. He is scoring 27.6 points per game. He also contributes heavily to the team's steals and also assists. Darius Garland, second in scoring with 19.6 points per game and leading in assists with 6.1 per game. Evan Mobley averaging a points and rebound double-double. However, he is out tonight. Last game out for the Cavs, their last outing was a 111-99 road win in Miami over the Heat. Donovan Mitchell led the team with a points and rebound double-double. He scored 27 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists and also had a steal. Their starting unit then was Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Dean Wade and Jarrett Allen. Evan Mobley was missing from that unit, so they are used to playing without him. From the bench, Isaac Okoro, George Niang, Craig Porter Jr., Tristan Thompson, Sam Merrill and Damian Jones played. Tonight, their injury report, as we say, sees Evan Mobley out. He is joined on the absent list by Caris LeVert, Ricky Rubio and Ty Jerome. The loss of Mobley and LeVert is a big hit to their scoring. Each are respectively averaging 16 points per game and 14.9 points per game. It's a lot to take out, but they do have the ability, as we've seen from the Miami result, to work effectively without those 2 players. I would expect that there'll be little change to their rotations and starting unit tonight from that we saw in Miami. Head to head with the Cavs. 123 games played so far in the regular season matchups. Cavs are winning it 64-59. And last season was an 0-4 sweep to the Cavaliers, seeing them now on a 5-game winning streak. Orlando have won 1 of the last 8 games that we've played in the regular season, but prior to that the Magic had won 7 consecutively. The only game played this season between the two saw Orlando fall to a 111-121 loss after an opening quarter that saw the Cavs score 37 points. We just weren't at the races in that quarter. It gave the Magic a 17-point deficit at the end of the first 12 minutes, and that was extended out to 23. But on the back of an improved defensive performance through the rest of the game, the Magic managed to claw the differential back. They really put the effort in, getting it back to 5 points within the midway of the third period. However, every time Orlando managed to put a run together, Cleveland were able to find a score to break that momentum, and Paolo Banchero was magnificent in that game, posted a career high of 42 points. So, for final thought, last game was virtually decided by the difference in 3-point shooting, which saw Cleveland outscoring Orlando by 36 points. The Magic were horrible from range in that game, we're not going to lie, going 2 of 23 on the night. Cleveland hit 7 of their first 9 from beyond the arc. Granted, they cooled ultimately, but came out with a figure of 14 of 34 made. Orlando's home record is very strong, but so far this season, the Cavs have actually been better on the road than at home. They have a 7 of 10 record on the road this season. No easy task tonight. Orlando will need their defence to be at its best again, as it was against Detroit. They've got to contain the scoring threat of Mitchell, Darius Garland, Isaac Okoro, Max Strus, and Jarrett Allen. We said this in the last preview about playing the Cavs, but in defending Mitchell, we cannot overreact and allow others to get going and have easy opportunities. It is not going to be an easy game tonight, but it could be a fun one and it is winnable. So anyway, if you've enjoyed this preview, please give it a thumbs up. But as we always say at the end of these, it's more important to get that W. Go Magic, let's get that W.